The dojo had gone quiet. Moments ago, laughter echoed off the walls, taunts aimed at a skinny boy who had been mocked since his very first step on the mat. But now, those same voices were silenced, replaced with groans as 3 cocky bullies lay scattered on the floor. It had taken less than 1 minute. 60 seconds. And the boy they said didn't belong proved them all wrong. This isn't just a story about fighting. It's about discipline, respect, and the courage to rise when everyone doubts you. But before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss powerful stories like this one. Malik Johnson was only 12 years old, but life had already taught him how it felt to be an outsider. He lived with his mom, Tamara, in a small apartment on the rough side of town. His mom worked 2 nursing shifts back-to-back most days, leaving Malik to spend long hours alone after school. The old TV was his comfort, and on most nights he sat cross-legged on the worn-out carpet, watching martial arts movies on repeat. He didn't just watch the fights. He studied them, the focus in the fighters' eyes, the way they bowed before every battle, the calmness that never wavered even when chaos erupted around them. "Someday," Malik whispered to himself, "I'll learn how to fight like that." When his mom noticed his obsession, she saved up enough money, every spare dollar tucked away in an envelope labeled for Malik, to enroll him in a local karate dojo. The first day he walked in, wearing a second-hand GI that was a little too big, the other kids stared. They came from bigger houses, nicer neighborhoods, and their uniforms were spotless. Malik's sleeves were frayed, his belt old. "Hey, twig arms," one boy muttered to another. They laughed, not even trying to hide it. Malik bowed respectfully to Master Okada, the sensei, but the sting of those whispers followed him. He was the boy who didn't belong. Training wasn't easy. Malik's punches lacked power, his stance wobbled, and every time he tried a kick, he fell back awkwardly. The 3 boys who laughed the loudest were Tyler, Brent, and Chase. Tyler, tall for his age, strutted around the dojo like he owned it. Brent had a sharp tongue and loved to imitate Malik's mistakes. Chase, the strongest of the 3, preferred shoving and tripping him during drills. Every mistake Malik made, they pounced on. "Nice kick, Malik," Brent snickered after he missed the target. "Did you mean to swat flies?" Tyler added, "Bet he can't even break a paper bag." Even when the sensei turned his back, Chase would shove Malik's shoulder just enough to knock him off balance, then laugh when Malik hit the mat. The dojo was supposed to be a place of discipline and respect. But for Malik, it felt like another battlefield where he was already losing. Still, he bowed after every drill. He never answered their insults with anger. But inside, he wondered, "Do I really belong here?" One evening after class, when the laughter of the bullies had faded out the door, Malik stayed behind. He picked up the broom and swept the dojo floor. "Why do you stay so late, Malik?" Master Okada's voice came from the corner. Malik froze, embarrassed. I just wanted to practice more, Sensei. I don't want to be the worst in class." Okada studied him, his sharp eyes softening. "Karate is not about being better than the boy next to you. It is about being better than the boy you were yesterday." From then on, Malik trained after hours. Okada would correct his stances, show him where his balance faltered, and explain that strength didn't come from muscles but from discipline. "Do not rush to prove yourself," the sensei said one evening as Malik repeated a block until sweat drenched his GI. "Control, patience, and respect, that is the true fight." Day after day, Malik improved. His arms grew steadier, his kicks more precise. The bruises from sparring became badges of progress, not shame. But the bullies only saw a target, and their taunts grew crueler. It was a Saturday morning, the dojo packed with parents watching from the benches. Today was sparring day. Tyler smirked as he tied his belt. "Hey, Sensei, let Malik fight me. Let's see if he lasts 10 seconds before crying." The other boys laughed, and a few parents chuckled under their breath. Malik's mom, still in her scrubs from a night shift, sat quietly in the back. Her eyes were tired, but her heart pounded with worry. Okada turned to Malik. "Do you accept the challenge?" Malik bowed, his voice steady. "Yes, Sensei." The bullies' laughter echoed again. But Master Okada raised his hand. "One rule, Malik, you must fight with discipline, not anger. Do you understand?" "Yes, Sensei." The match began with Tyler charging forward, fists flailing like wild hammers. Malik's heart raced, but he remembered his training. Stay calm. Breathe. Focus. Tyler swung wildly. Malik sidestepped, his footwork clean. With a sharp counterpunch to the chest, Tyler stumbled backward, gasping for breath. Gasps filled the dojo. Brent, furious, leapt into the sparring circle. "I'll finish him," he barked. He charged high, but Malik ducked low, pivoting smoothly. One swift sweep of the leg, and Brent crashed to the mat, his headgear rattling against the floor. Now the dojo was silent. Chase, the strongest of the three, roared and lunged forward. He tried to grab Malik, but Malik blocked, shifted, and delivered a precise strike to the stomach. Chase doubled over before Malik gently guided him to the mat. It had taken less than 60 seconds. Three bullies, beaten not with rage, but with skill. Malik bowed deeply, showing respect even as the boys groaned in defeat. For the first time, the dojo looked at him not with mockery, but with awe. The bullies never mocked Malik again. After class, parents whispered about how disciplined and skilled the small boy had become. Master Okada placed a hand on Malik's shoulder. "You did well, Malik. Not because you won, but because you controlled yourself. Remember, karate is not for pride, it is for life." His mom hugged him tight, tears filling her eyes. "I've never been prouder of you, baby. Not just for fighting, but for showing them who you really are." Malik smiled shyly. For the first time, he felt like he belonged. Not just in the dojo, but in his own skin. From that day on, every time Malik stepped on the mat, the whispers were gone. The bullies had learned their lesson. Respect wasn't demanded, it was earned. And Malik had earned it in under 60 seconds. Sometimes, the ones people laugh at are the very ones destined to rise the highest. Malik's story is proof. Strength isn't about size, or wealth, or status. It's about discipline, respect, and refusing to give up, no matter how many people doubt you. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we have many more powerful stories coming your way.